What's up guys, welcome to today's video, and I have to say taking on this rebuilding a Chaser project with only really 2 days in Florida probably wasn't the best idea because it's been a little hectic, especially with me leaving for a very long time where I'm going to be traveling in Australia and in Japan. I've been spending more time packing than working on the car, so today's going to be a very tough timeline. I figure it's only right if we take over my actual Chaser, the Garage Queen that I mentioned yesterday. If you guys aren't familiar with this car, I'll give you a super quick rundown on kind of what the deal with this thing is. I got it and the intention was for it to kind of be a drift car that I would keep up in Connecticut, but it turned out to be probably one of the cleanest Chasers I've ever seen. The paint's immaculate, the interior is very good, but it does have tan, which is why I got that parts car originally to take the black interior from it. But under the hood, this car is actually very, very cool. I did a very different setup than most people do on these 1Js, and I went ahead and did a custom top mount with a full titanium exhaust with a G25 550. And I'm gonna film a couple clips on the way over there. You guys can see how quickly this thing spools, and it should be able to still make over 500 wheel. Thing is, I'm still in stock ECU and stock injectors, so they max out around like 370 wheel. So I've just got it turned up as a very simple, stock, reliable daily. Since it's got so much camber, it won't really put power down anyway. Can definitely clean the engine bay up, but it's still pretty clean. Now I don't normally stance cars, but this was one of those things where I had these wheels laying around and didn't really have a purpose for them, and I was able to get them to fit, and the car just looked so good that I was kind of like... But it's one of those things where a lot of my builds kind of get caught with the fine line between street car and drift car, and a lot of the mods I did for this were more drift related. I don't know if you can hear the rattling right now, that's from the CD. I bought the car with the CD transmission. It's annoying with the LSD in back and all solid subframe and diff bushings. It's just, listen. I mean, I'm driving like a jerk, but it's just not smooth and sounds rattly and gross like a drift car. So I'm excited that now I have a purpose-built drift JZX, and I can take all of the ugly, clunky parts off this one and put them on that, make that a better drift car, and make this a better street car too. I think one of my biggest joys with this car, because it stands out, because it's not this crazy race car, because it's kind of got camber and it's not the best car to drive around fast, it kind of forces me to just cruise. So when I drive this thing, I'm just kind of like laid back and relaxed. And it's very peaceful and calm compared to my normal, I must go 1,000,000 miles an hour and race from every single stoplight because there's all these college children that I need to murder with my sleeper. That would be pretty cool to have a sleeper Chaser with like a big turbo and like a Samsung. Change of plans. I've been reading the comments and I know you guys all want to see a pull in the Chaser, so here we go. This thing definitely moves. This trans and this clutch is so weird though and so hard to judge, it makes it kind of not fun to drive. So part of the reason I took the car today was to appease you guys because I know that you've been wanting to see more of this car. But the other part of the reason is because I may need to steal the TPS and some other random parts off this to complete the Missile Chaser, but we shall see. I can't even. Look at this thing. Favorite car ever. I pulled up and I could be mistaken, but it sounded like there were 2 Chasers running at the same time. Was I hearing things or?
Yeah, we're not hearing things.
All right. Now I've been packing all morning. Give me the quick update. What we got going on? I was looking over here, dude. This front mount, sick. It still bolts up and everything. It might leak a little bit, but there's 2 options. We could either just run a straight pipe there, or I figured since the intercooler piping is already made for this intercooler, it'd be easier to just bolt it up. A little bit?
It was all like broken on that side. This side was made for a different turbo, so I had to modify it to like make it work.
You guys will probably remember yesterday in that video, I didn't really explain it well, but we were having issues with the coil packs. I don't know if you want to explain that and how you resolved it.
The coil packs are super brittle. Like this pieces, they're supposed to hold the pins in place, but even trying to get the other ones, it just falls off. It's like
very common issue with JZs.
Yeah, they sell these, but what I ended up doing is I couldn't rescue all of them. I crunched the pins, so I actually hugged the contact a little bit better, and it runs smooth now.
So, as you guys know, the goal with this thing is to get it burnoutable before I leave, and I think we've got plenty of time. I think the issue is going to be where I'm going to do a burnout. That's going to be a trouble because all the businesses are open. No, of course not in the shop, Samir.
I mean, you can just do it on the highway.
Yeah, okay, great idea, Alberto. This doesn't look fishy or anything. So I'm gonna give you guys kind of an update at the end of this video of what the real plans are with this thing, and like, obviously we're trying to get it run quickly. Obviously we're trying to get it running quickly for a challenge, but after that I do have some plans and some other random parts that we'll be throwing on this thing.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to run quickly.
All right, you're trying to run that?
Yeah.
Do you care if I start it real quick so I can hear the beautiful sounds and then we'll run that down?
Sure. It sounds all cylinders now.
Yeah. I know we still need...
I can't get it to stay on.
Maybe it needs that TPS.
Yes.
It's always a good sign when we're filling her up with coolant, because that means we're getting there. Do we not have a funnel anywhere?
I don't need a funnel.
Shulman's too good for
Oh, actually, we do need a funnel to bleed it, so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a healthy girl. She's stinky. So this car's pretty much ready. The only two main missing components from this thing, like truly being able to rip right now, would be the trans bracket, which won't really matter for what we're gonna do with it, and the shifter bracket. So basically I'm just gonna stick my finger in there, put it in the right gear, and then the trans will be good enough. But other than that, somehow we were able to accumulate all the parts that we needed for this thing. We're just gonna check tranny fluid. Since it has been missing a drive shaft, there's a good chance that most of the fluid leaked out.
The good thing is that the fill point is below the drive shaft output flange.
And the good thing is this is a very expensive transmission, so it's a good thing that we're checking this.
Good thing you have an all one.
Yeah. I think we're ready to do the celebratory burnout, but in the meantime, before we do that, I want to kind of give you guys a rundown of what you can expect for this car. I think an important distinguishing thing that I want to establish now is I am going to make this car look a little bit nicer. I will put a body kit on it, I'll throw some fenders on it, and a lot of people misinterpret that as like, oh, it's not a missile car, he's making it look nice. Remember my Black Z. I definitely would say this qualifies as a missile car with all the dents and dings and bruises and scrapes all over it. But I think the important thing is I like to have cars start off looking nice, so that way all the damage is done for me. So with this thing, what I want to do is see if I can repair maybe that front door a little bit. The over fenders will cover the doors, do a body kit, throw some wheels on it, and I think it'll look a lot better, it'll look cool, and then this will be a rad missile, and when I do crash it, which will happen a lot, it'll be okay because I know deep down it's just a total JZX100. Power-wise, I am gonna leave it pretty much stock, but my friend Chris that worked with us from Hoon Performance for FD, he actually has a turbo setup that is a stock 1J turbo, but it's the drift motion upgrade where it has a steel wheel so you can run a little bit more boost, and it's on a coated manifold with an external gate. So that'll really help with like the boost falling off. It'll sound sick, and it's got a turbo elbow and a downpipe on it and a J-pipe delete setup. So we can pretty much just bolt that on. It'll simplify a lot, it'll make a little bit more power, and it should be a good, simple track car. But other than that, we've got the clutch fan on there temporarily. I do think I'm gonna give a shot at some big gnarly E-fans on this, unless I can find an OEM clutch fan and OEM shroud. But I know some of the OEM stuff's gonna be hard to find. I am going to Japan in about 3 weeks. So when I'm over there, I'm gonna try to source as much stuff as I possibly can for this thing. But some stuff we're probably gonna either have to make or just figure out a little bit differently. But what I think's cool about this is right now, I pretty much had all the parts for the car. I still only have 5,300 bucks in it. And the only thing I had to rub off my car was a TPS, which we should be able to get like tomorrow. It's looking sick. I kinda wanna mock up the fenders real quick. Is that hard to do? Let's do that. All right, so we're gonna do our best to do a little bit of testing real quick. Just for photo, really.
Oh, nice.
Let's, so the cool thing is I already have the rear over fenders. Now this is the pretty side, so it's not really as important, but if I got some tape, I can just tape this up. All right, so here we have a very expensive door. If you go here, it's not gonna look cool now. Bad door. New door. Bad door. New door. How convenient is that? I wish I had one for the front too. Alright, obviously we've got some sunk wheels in there right now, but you can see once we get this stuff fitted, it's gonna add quite a bit of extra width so we can get some proper looking wheels on here. Look at that front setup. It's gonna be sick. So you can tell that these front fenders are already painted. I actually got these thinking I might put them on my Chaser if I ended up drifting it, but I didn't decide to do that because it would have kind of ruined the car. So conveniently enough, it kind of looks nice with this. Obviously a little bit cleaner than the rest of the car, but I had to like put my finger in there to shift it, and no idea what gear I'm in right now. We'll see. Maybe. Might be second. I don't think that's second. I think that's third.
Yeah.
Alright, let's try again. This is what I'm dealing with here. Not exactly the most ideal thing in the world. Now let's come back into neutral. Alberto, this made it harder. This thing made it harder because now I can't pry it over.
You need a battery, Adam.
Alright, what?
Battery.
One here.
He has one hand.
I don't know.
Oh, it's so towed out. Oh my god. And I mean. Oh god.
It drives! I have
works.
no idea what gear I was in and the alignment's terrible, but I think it works enough to do a burnout. The temps look decent. I think we can line her up.
Let's do it.
But we gotta, actually no we can't. We need to figure out how to get it into a lower gear first.
Yeah.
I don't think that was second, I think that was third.
That was fifth.
Alberto just couldn't resist driving this thing, dude. It's a blast. It's a hoot and a half. Ah, he found first! He found first gear! Oh, Alberto. He's gonna get us in trouble before I even do a burnout. It sounds like Evasu hearing that thing drive around. All right, let's water down the ground and let's get ready to rip some skids. So I gotta catch a flight, brother. Not the best photo because of the lighting, but you guys know what you can expect out of this thing. It's gonna look good, I promise. Look at that. Same thing. So sick. Oh, I love that they're the same color too. Hey, was it fast, Alberto? How'd it feel?
The oddest thing I ever driven in my life.
Did you like it?
Yes.
Alberto likes the odd things. Like me, I'm odd. I'm odd because I like stuff like this more than a new Porsche because this just gets me super excited. This is literally Evasu right here. I think my Evasu car is actually pretty cleaner. But yeah, I guess that makes sense. Oh yeah, no shifter. This is how we're saving the drive line right now. Just like a drag strip, you know, same thing. This ain't cheating.
We got a passenger in here right now.
Rob, you excited?
I'm excited.
This thing's fast.
This car doesn't look like it's gonna turn on.
You show me in case I go flying in the shop. Can you move those coilovers in
Yeah.
case we go flying in?
Oh, it's in the AC off. Okay.
Yeah.
We underestimated the 265s that are currently on this car. They're actually very, very grippy. So we're gonna make a little bit more of a puddle. I hope the landlord doesn't care.
I can see the ground. The ground's right here. I'm looking at it.
What'd you say?
Literally, I can see the ground.
Yeah. Don't stick your hand in there.
Oh yeah, I won't. Because that thing spins fast. Whatever that is.
Hang on.
Yeah, I'm really excited for the temperature.
Okay, 10 minutes. Push it back, push it back.
Push me back. Quickly now. Quickly now. Thank you guys for watching. Hit the like button if you're stoked on this. This is a very good time. Rob.
Bye.
Hopefully she's okay.